Scalars and vectors. Physical quantities are mainly classified into two types, scalars and vectors. Scalars. Physical quantities which possess magnitude only and are specified completely by a number and a unit are called scalar quantities or simply scalars. For example, time, speed, temperature, volume, density, mass, energy. A scalar quantity or parameter has no directional component, only magnitude. For example, the units for time, minutes, days, hours, etc. represent an amount of time only and tell nothing of the direction. Vectors. Physical quantities which possess magnitude as well as direction are called vector quantities or simply vectors. For example, force, displacement, velocity, acceleration. Graphical representation of a vector. Graphically, vector can be represented by a directed line, segment, or an arrow. Displacement of a body from A to B is represented as A points to B, where A is the starting point and B is the head of the vector. Symbolically, vectors are represented by a single letter with an arrow above it. See the example. Negative vector. A negative vector of a given vector is a vector of the same magnitude but directed opposite to that of the given vector. See the figure. In this case, PQ is negative vector of AB as PQ possesses same magnitude as that of AB and its direction is exactly opposite to that of AB. Coplanar vectors. The vectors which lie in the same plane are called coplanar vectors. The vectors given in xy plane are all coplanar vectors. Like vectors. All the vectors acting in the same direction are called like vectors. BA and DC are acting in the same direction. Like vectors will be always parallel to one another, will be acting in the same direction, but not necessarily be of different magnitudes. Unlike vectors. Any two vectors parallel to another and acting in opposite directions are called unlike vectors. The given vectors AB and PQ are acting in the opposite directions. Hence, AB and PQ are unlike vectors. Unlike vectors will be always parallel to one another, will be acting in the opposite directions, but not necessarily be of different magnitudes. Zero vector or null vector. A vector having zero magnitude and arbitrary direction is called zero vector or null vector. For a null vector, its initial point and terminal point will be the same. For example, velocity vector of a stationary particle. Equal vectors. Two vectors are said to be equal if they have equal magnitude and same direction. For example, AB and CD are equal vectors since their magnitude and directions are same. Resultant vector. The resultant of two or more vectors is defined as that single vector which produces the same effect as produced by all the vectors together. Position vector. A vector which gives the position of a particle at a point with respect to the origin of the chosen coordinate system is called a position vector. Unit vector. A unit vector is a vector having unit magnitude and direction same as that of the given vector. If A is a non-zero vector, then unit vector in the direction of A is shown as addition and subtraction of vectors. It is very important to know that only the vectors of the same type physical quantity can be added. Vectors of the same type can be added by using the triangle law or law of polygon of vectors or parallelogram law. Triangle law of vector addition. Statement. If two vectors of the same type are represented in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle taken in order, then their resultant is represented in the magnitude and direction by the third side of the triangle drawn from the starting point of the first vector to the end point of the second vector. See the example shown below. By using triangle law of vector addition, the resultant of vector A and vector B is represented by vector R, which starts from point 0 and ends at B. Therefore, vector R is equal to vector A plus vector B. Note, vector addition is cumulative, that is, vector C plus vector D is equal to vector D plus vector C. Vector addition is associative, that is, bracket vector A plus vector B bracket complete plus vector C is equal to vector A plus into bracket vector B plus vector C bracket complete. Polygon law of vectors. It is nothing but a repeated use of triangle law of vectors. Statement: if number of vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by sides of an incomplete polygon taken in order, then resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by remaining side of polygon directed from starting point of the first vector to the end point of the last vector. See the example shown below. Parallelogram law of vector addition. Statement: if two vectors of the same type starting from the same point are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then their resultant is given in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram starting from the same point. See the example shown below. Here vector P and Q represent adjacent sides of a parallelogram OACB. By applying parallelogram law of vector addition, vector R represents their resultant, that is, vector R is equal to vector P plus vector Q. Magnitude of resultant vector R is given as R is equal to root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. The direction of resultant vector R is given by tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. Special cases. When vector P and vector Q are mutually perpendicular to each other, then theta is equal to 90 degrees and R is equal to root of P square plus Q square and alpha is equal to tan raised to minus 1 into bracket Q upon P bracket complete. When vector P and Q are parallel, they have same direction, then theta is equal to 0 and R is equal to P plus Q, alpha is equal to 0. If vector P and vector Q are antiparallel, theta is equal to 180 degrees and R is equal to P minus Q and alpha is equal to 0. Subtraction of vectors. Consider two vectors shown below. Subtraction of these two vectors can be given as vector PQ minus vector QR is equal to vector PQ plus into bracket minus vector QR bracket complete, which is equal to vector PR. Thus, subtraction of vector PQ and vector QR is represented as shown below. Resolution of vectors. The process of finding the components or component vectors of a given vector is called resolution of vectors. Any vector directed at an angle to the horizontal or the vertical can be thought of as having two parts or components. That is, any vector directed in two dimensions can be thought of as having two components. For example, if a chain pulls upward at an angle on the collar of a dog, then there is a tension force directed in two dimensions. This tension force has two components, an upward component and a rightward component. We use I, j and k as the unit vectors along x, y and z directions respectively of a Cartesian three-dimensional coordinate system. First, let us find rectangular components in these two dimensions. Vector r is equal to vector OQ originates from origin O, making an angle theta with x-axis. After drawing perpendiculars from Q on both x and y axis, we get vector Rx is equal to vector OP and vector Ry is equal to vector OS. These are the rectangular components of vector R along x and y axis respectively. By a parallelogram law of vectors, vector R is equal to vector Rx plus vector Ry. That is, vector R is equal to I Rx plus j Ry. In triangle OPQ, cos theta is equal to OP upon OQ, which is equal to Rx upon R. Therefore, Rx is equal to R cos theta. Also, sin theta is equal to Ry upon R. Therefore, Ry is equal to R sin theta. Squaring and adding 1 and 2, Rx square plus Ry square is equal to R square cos square theta plus R square sin square theta, which is equal to R square, if cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, R is equal to root Rx square plus Ry square. Theta is equal to tan raised to minus 1 into bracket Ry upon Rx bracket complete. Equation 3 gives direction of vector R. For three-dimensional rectangular Cartesian coordinate system, vector R can be written as vector R is equal to vector rx plus vector ry plus vector rz, which is equal to irx plus jry plus krz. Magnitude of r is equal to root of rx2 plus ry2 plus rz2. Product of vectors. There are two ways in which vectors can be multiplied together to get the resultant as either scalar or vector. In one way, the resultant is a scalar quantity, then the product is called a scalar product. And in other way, the resultant quantity is a vector quantity, which is called as a vector product. Scalar product of two vectors. The scalar product of two non-zero vectors is defined as the product of magnitude of the two vectors and cosine of the angle between the two vectors. The scalar product of vector A and vector B is given as vector A into vector B is equal to AB cos theta, where theta is angle between vector A and vector B. Scalar product is also called as dot product, as dot sign is used between the two vectors to be multiplied. Properties of a scalar product. The scalar product obeys the commutative law of vector multiplication. For example, vector A dot vector B is equal to vector B dot vector A. The scalar product obeys the distributive law of multiplication. Vector A dot into bracket vector B plus vector C bracket complete is equal to vector A dot vector B plus vector A dot vector C. The scalar product of two vectors is equivalent to the product of magnitude of one vector with component of the other in the direction of the first. See the figure. Vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos theta, which is equal to A into bracket B cos theta bracket complete, which is equal to A into bracket component of vector B in direction of vector A bracket complete. In scalar product, vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos theta. When two vectors are parallel to each other, theta is equal to 0. Therefore, vector A dot vector B is equal to AB. Also, I dot I is equal to J dot J is equal to K dot K, which is equal to 1. When two vectors are antiparallel, theta is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, vector A into vector B is equal to AB cos 180 degrees, which is equal to minus AB. When two vectors are perpendicular, theta is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos 90, which is equal to 0. If vector A is equal to IAX plus JAY plus KAZ and vector B is equal to IBX plus JBY plus KBZ, then vector A dot vector B is equal to AXBX plus AYBY plus AZBZ. Vector product of two vectors. In mathematics, the cross product or vector product or Gibbs vector product is a binary operation on two vectors in three-dimensional space. It results in a vector which is perpendicular to both of the vectors being multiplied and normal to the plane containing them. The name is derived from the cross symbol X that is often used to designate this operation. Vector product emphasizes the vector nature of the result. The vector product of two vectors is a third vector whose magnitude is equal to the product of magnitude of the two vectors and sine of the small angle between them. The cross product of two vectors, vector A and B, is vector A into vector B is equal to AB sine theta n, where n is a unit vector perpendicular to plane containing vector A and vector B in the direction given by the right-hand screw rule. The right-hand screw rule states that if the screw is rotated in the direction from the first vector to the second vector through the smaller angle, then the direction in which the tip of the screw advances is the direction of the resultant. Properties of a vector product. Vector product does not obey cumulative law of multiplication. That is, vector A into vector B is not equal to vector B into vector A. The vector product obeys the distributive law of multiplication. That is, vector A into bracket vector B plus vector C bracket complete is equal to vector A into vector B plus vector A into vector C. Vector product of a vector with itself is a zero vector. In cross product, vector A into vector B is equal to AB sine theta n. When vector A and vector B are parallel to each other, theta is equal to 0 degrees. Therefore, vector A into vector B is equal to 0. When vector A and vector B are antiparallel to each other, theta is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, vector A into vector B is equal to 0 as sine 180 degrees is equal to 0. Magnitude of vector A into vector B is equal to vector A into vector B, which is equal to AB sine theta. When vector A and vector B are perpendicular to each other, theta is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, vector A into vector B is equal to AB sine 90, which is equal to AB. Cross product between I, J and K. I into I is equal to J into J is equal to K into K, which is equal to 0. I into J is equal to K, J into K is equal to I, K into I is equal to J. J into I is equal to minus K, K into J is equal to minus I into K is equal to minus J. The magnitude of cross product of two vectors is numerically equal to the area of the parallelogram whose adjacent sides are represented by the two vectors. The figure shows parallelogram OPQR whose adjacent sides are represented by vectors A and vectors B. Theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Perpendicular RS is equal to H is drawn on vector A, which is the height of the parallelogram OPQR. Area of parallelogram is equal to base into height, which is equal to OP into RS, which is equal to A into H, which is equal to AB sine theta, which is equal to vector A into vector B. The cross product vector A into vector B can be represented in a determinant form as shown below. After studying dot and cross products, I would like to ask you one question. If vector A plus vector B is equal to vector A minus vector B, then what can be the angle between vector A and vector B? The answer of this question is 90 degrees, as vector A plus vector B is equal to vector A minus vector B. Vector A plus vector B square is equal to vector A minus vector B square. That is, vector A plus vector B dot vector A plus vector B is equal to vector A minus vector B dot vector A minus vector B. That is, vector A dot vector A plus 2 vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector B is equal to vector A dot vector A minus 2 vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector B. That is, 4 vector A dot vector B is equal to 0. That is, AB cos theta is equal to 0. That is, theta is equal to 90 degrees.